Hey everybody, welcome one and all to this month's episode of the Disc Only Podcast. Welcome to the Disc Only Podcast, the podcast that has very, very sober hosts. I'm John.
I have one joke and one joke only, and that's that I'm Tom!
I'm taking all of these sunflower seeds, and I'm pouring them all into this bowl. And then what are you going to do? You're going to eat them? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to just look at them? Do you think they're an art installation? Is that what you think?
The dog
Wait,
agrees.
what are we... Oh, sorry, I got confused. This is the part where I say I'm Steven. Hi, everybody, I'm Steven George.
And I am looking very much forward to the Stephen George Sunflower Seed ASMR section of today's podcast. I'm Jared.
Yes, all that chewing. All of that chewing.
Jump.
Okay, so
he's like the bean guy from Ocarina of Time.
so do you prefer sunflower seeds like without the shell or with the shell whenever you get them?
I haven't had sunflower seeds in so long, and I didn't know when I first ate them. I didn't know how they work, so I just ate them shell and all.
Wait, what? Sorry, what do you mean shell?
You can buy sunflower seeds with the shells on them.
They have a shell?
So
Have
okay,
you
Steven,
ever seen sunflower seeds before?
What color are sunflower seeds when you eat them?
Well, they're black, right?
Okay, that's with the shell. So yeah, I'm with Steven on this one. I just eat the shell.
Yeah, you just eat them.
What?
Wait, are you not supposed to eat the shell?
No. I mean, you can, but I mean, listen, if I were to eat the shells, I would be in a living hell because my stomach would not appreciate that at all.
I mean,
Can we please pull up a picture of a sunflower seed so I can make sure that he's okay?
I'll do it in a minute. Hang on.
The interior of a sunflower seed is like a light color. It's like it looks like a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not boneless sunflower seeds anymore.
Well, I guess if the seed is an exoskeleton, then yes, you do want boneless sunflower seeds.
Jesus, is that Haley?
Are you,
Thank
Steven,
you.
are you actually okay?
I'm great, man. Hey, so first things first, I wasn't here last month, but now I am, and
Yes.
that's my story.
Wow.
That's a great story.
Welcome
Thanks.
back. Sab was really fun.
Oh, I'm so glad you put Sab in because like what you have to do when you have to lose a person in a podcast like this, you have to replace them with something of equal or greater value, and you did.
There we
And
go. There's the
Cool.
sunflower seed on screen. The aforementioned boneless one is on the left, and it kind of looks like a tooth. And then the bone in sunflower seeds on the right, and it's black and kind of like tannish.
Yeah.
Please, God, tell me that you eat the left one, Steven.
I mean, I guess the left one's inside.
You know what? Fair.
He's got a
Very
point.
fair. He does
What?
have a point.
So, listen. I got a question though.
Yes.
Why does it matter? Why is there like a correct way? If you can eat the outside, then it don't matter. Does it matter?
I mean, you eat whatever you want. I don't give a dang.
The first time, Jared, let me tell you
Well,
a
there's
story.
a limit. You don't
Let me
want
tell you a
to be
story.
eating
He's
like,
got a
oh, I'm eating uranium and getting 10,000 calories from a gram.
Still,
when
it doesn't affect me. Go ahead.
When I was in college, I was having a conversation with my roommate. I'm pretty sure it was Alex, and we were talking about fruits, and he was like mentioned a kiwi, and I was like, I ain't never had a kiwi, and he was
Oh,
like,
no.
well, you gotta try a kiwi, and I was like, okay, we'll go to the store and I'll get a kiwi. So I did. The next time we were at the Walmart, I got the kiwi, and I got home and I just bit into it like an apple.
Oh,
Yep.
heck yeah.
Same.
And you know what? I'm still alive. So
Listen,
that
when he was
tells
in
me-
college, he used to lick chicken bouillon cubes.
That just tells me that you can eat whatever you want. It's fine.
Is this why
Listen.
your stomach hates you, Steven?
No, my stomach hates me like from birth, and me putting whatever I want into it is like taking the reins. I'm like, you go to hell, stomach. I'll teach you who's boss. Now eat this banana peel.
You know what?
I don't know why, but like
Very
I'm imagining Steven as some sort of like strange creature where it's like his torso and all of his limbs are like extended out. His shirt and shorts are too small for him, and he's just got like a kiwi in his hand. He's like looking at the camera, and it's doing that thing like when you look at a cat's eyes in the right light and they glow.
That's me.
Is he a cryptid? Like,
Yeah, Steven's
Exactly.
a cryptid.
I am
Absolutely.
Yeah.
true. True.
I don't. Yeah. It started. It started with Mao and Haley were calling me a cryptid, and then they started to say that like on stream, and now my audience is like, yeah, it's a cryptid, and I'm like, I get it. It's not terribly wrong.
He escaped from the
Let's
SCP
see.
Foundation.
It's fine.
I'm looking at pictures of cryptids. No, not pictures of crypto.
George coin.
Cryptid is just the term for like Bigfoot, Mothman, like those kind of like those kind of creatures that are of mystic nature.
I think it started because we took a walk somewhere, and one of my friends had taken a photo of me, and I
Were you
don't think
blurry?
it was the way I was walking, but I look kind of like cryptid-like.
It's like blurry and freaking just like you're just like.
I've watched you sneak around, Steven. You do have like Bigfoot, like creeping movement. You got that cryptid behavior down pat.
You got the creep and walk is what you got.
Yeah.
Creep and walk.
I do like the phrase "the creep and walk." I'm gonna steal that. Thank you.
John Waters
does
is very
the walk.
proud of you.
He does the creep and walk. The creep and walk.
Anyway, so what other foods do you keep the wrapper on?
All foods until I remove them to eat them.
do you eat Starburst with the shell?
Ew! Ew!
It's just wax paper.
Still though, I don't want to eat fucking wax paper.
I knew a girl in high school that could take the wrapper off inside her mouth.
I can do that.
And where is she now, Steven?
It's less impressive when I say it, but you know.
Oh, she turning tricks behind the KFC.
Oh, what? Listen, Tom, let me tell you something. Sometimes people are just really talented with their tongues, and that's okay. It's okay to be tongue talented. I can do a lot of tricks with my tongue too. I'm not going to go into them.
Can we say that you are tongue talented? Can we put that on your resume?
Can we put that on your tombstone?
You're like Stephen George. He was very tongue talented.
Stephen George, beloved cryptid, tongue talented.
Beloved cryptid, I do want on my tombstone. I really hope I've earned that at this point. That'd be great.
Oh my god. Ugh. Sorry if I'm wheezing a little bit during this podcast, man. I got a little bit sick over the weekend, and I lost my voice completely on Sunday. And let me tell you, that's a weird thing with someone like me. Like
You
not being able
losing
to
your
talk.
voice is impressive. I lost my voice at PAX last week too, during throwing controllers.
Oh man, yeah, it's allergies for me. Whenever my allergies hit, and like if I'm like yelling and stuff and doing a lot of stuff, like if I have like really good casts, that's how you know my casts have been good if I lose my freaking voice. But yeah,
sorry.
like it was Sunday was rough.
Jam Cop in chat said Stephen George, beloved cryptid, sounds like a Dark Souls boss.
Jared, it's not that you don't like talk during your streams, but it's a little weird to me for you to like lose your voice, because I'm like, most of what you do is like you hit things with sticks.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I'm usually screaming while I'm doing that.
Oh yeah.
You're
Yelling at chat, or you're laughing your ass off, or
You rated me earlier today. You know exactly what I'm about.
It's
What the heck?
true. No, I have seen enough of your content to know that there is a lot of a lot of yelling.
What was your raid message? Like big bass?
Big mass.
Like
Yeah.
like thick. Right?
Yeah, like ass, but
but with
but,
an M.
but not ass.
Was
Big mass,
was it a tiny but very dense planet that you came across in Starfield and Friends?
I actually don't. I was playing Starfield. I don't remember what the specifics were at this point. But yes, it had something to do with Starfield for sure.
I hate to change the
go ahead.
subject quickly, But Mal just messaged me saying I took the photo he was talking about, and this is the picture of cryptid Steven, just for reference's sake.
That's great.
That looks okay. There's there's like this photo of like this dude who's, I can't remember like how to describe this photo, but it looks very similar to this. It's like a black and white photo of this. Well, the photo on here is not black and white. Steven, and he's given a very like. I mean, I could probably look at the camera.
I could probably throw in a filter to make it black and white if you want.
That's an emote, Steven. That's what that is. That face is an emote.
That's no. You know what that is? That's mid blink.
That's Steven smug.
That's Steven turning back towards the camera when he realizes he's having a picture taken of him.
What?
Wait, go back to that. Like, keep going on the darkness on that on our audio. There it is.
Steven Evil.
Oh my God,
Stevel.
It's me, Stevel.
Hello, am Steven. Welcome.
Wait, hold on. I got something for this.
Do you?
Hi there, guys. It's me, Stevel. How you doing today?
Your beloved cryptid.
I am a beloved cryptid, Stevel.
Stevel.
Don't look directly at pictures of me. I'll melt your eyes.
People really don't like it when I melt the eyes, but you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't help it. Just
Part of your
I can't
brand,
help
man.
myself.
Just be yourself.
It's true though. That image does have big cryptid energy, and that's exactly the photo where they started calling me that.
What's amazing to me is that like your right leg is just a perfect rectangle.
Yeah, doctors are hoping to fix that in the near future.
That is not. That was like the last thing that I expected you to say at that point in time.
I'm really hoping I can get the help I need.
Look at his right leg. Like it's unsettling how like straight it is.
Bro, he pressed his pants while wearing them, man.
I mean, that's a camera trick.
Like your leg looks flat.
That's how I draw anatomy. Just rectangles.
Oh man.
Thank you, Mal. Thank you for your service.
Tell me where you got them pants, bro. Good lord. They flat.
Yeah, I shop exclusively at Flat Planet.
Good lord.
We should not get into that conversation. Flat Earthers have members all around the globe.
That was the one store that we did not allow in our mall.
the Flat Planet. They were going to put it in next to freaking Outback Stab House, but yeah, we just said no.
I'm gonna take something that's a little bit serious with me that's going on and make light of it. I have what is referred to as an arachnoid cyst. What should we name it?
Bill.
Peter.
I was thinking something cute.
Skeeter.
Skeeter's good.
It's
good. It's Skater.
Signed Stephen George might be in your house, and it was the McDonald's hash brown with a bite taken out of the wrapper, and a banana with the peel still on with a bite taken out of it.
So, I have no idea what that is, Tom.
An arachnoid cyst?
Yeah.
I have a small bubble on the underside of my skull that's pointing down.
Huh. Okay. I didn't know what that was.
It's that's the picture. That's it.
The John Lennon picture, yeah.
Yes.
It does kind of have that energy.
It has that same energy. It's like John Lennon wearing like a cowboy hat and like these big round glasses, a jean jacket, and like these patched up jeans. And he's like walking forward weird.
I think he's wearing two hats, actually. It looks like he's wearing two.
It does kind of look like he's wearing two hats.
This is definitely my inspiration for walking.
He's just pulling a Ministry of Silly Walks at that point.
Absolutely. Yeah. No one can tell you how to walk. There's not a law.
What about the Ministry of Silly Walks, though? They definitely exist.
They don't tell you how to walk, though.
They teach you fun new ways, but there's not. The government isn't like, well, don't walk too silly.
Can't do that. That's too silly, man.
Give it time. They'll start taxing you on your silliness.
Like, live your life. That's what I say.
Like how Unity is taxing game developers for amount of units sold based on installs.
That is the freaking silliest thing I've ever seen, by the way. I just want y'all to know. That's up there with freaking DeviantArt banning NSFW content. Those are just two companies that are just trying to get out of the game. They're just like, okay, we're done. We've been here for a while.
It's just what happens when it's like, oh, we have to be growing infinitely in a place that has finite numbers.
Yeah, that is the Unity thing. I read about that. I heard about that today specifically.
I think today is when that news broke.
Was it? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Then I'm up to date. Yay! Finally, took me 33 years.
Those who don't know, Unity basically when a game using the Unity engine has a certain amount of installs, then the developers get charged based on how many installs there have been.
Which is,
and it's like 20 cents per install, but like the cap but when you start getting charged, it's around 200,000 installs. So at that point, you're paying like you start paying $4,000, and it just keeps going up from there. And like things like Game Pass count.
Yeah, like that is just like the most short-sighted thing I've ever seen.
Case in point, here's this picture I just got linked by Tiger. This started to be a good idea for about 48 minutes, where the stock dropped almost $3.
Yeah, and I feel for the devs, like the indie devs, like overall, it's just like if they actually put this through, it's just like, oh, freaking, it's so greedy.
I think I believe I saw somewhere that like the CEO is the same person who wanted to charge people. I think he worked at EA before.
He was the one that ruined EA's reputation, basically.
Yeah,
that's why.
He was the one who wanted to charge people for additional clips and FPSs.
Wow. Okay. I've never heard of that.
So many people are bad at their job.
At their job.
Like, that is a universal concept. Anyone that is worked, I think, in with any other people probably at some point has probably thought that exact thing. But there are many people that are bad at their job.
Yep. Because at certain points, like, you stop seeing people as people and see them as dollars, as walking wallets.
Yeah. It's just it dehumanizes, and it's really ridiculous. I like the fact that one of the best responses to this I've seen is Cult of the Lamb. They actually were like, hey, we're pulling our game January 1st if this doesn't go away. So they're like, just play it until then, smile. And I was like, you know what? That's awesome. Those devs have a really good sense of humor.
Well, I mean, like, it may be a good sense of humor, but I don't think they're joking.
They're not joking.
They're joking about a shitty situation.
Yeah, they're making it as funny as possible, but like, yeah, it is a really crappy situation.
I mean, it's still like a good that's still like a good like protest stance. Like get everybody on like Unity's ass about this because because these great games are being pulled from shelves.
Yeah, and once I think so, and that's the thing. People are going to start responding with their wallets, and that is whenever they're gonna find out that they fricked up, you know. On that edge. But if I can like pivot over to a really awesome thing that's going to be released here very soon. For anybody who uses Apple products or like the iPad or whatever to draw. Procreate is actually coming out with a new program called Procreate Dreams, which is a full animation suite for $20, which is like ridiculous. Of course, you do have to have the iPad in order to make it work, of course. Yep. But like for $20, never recurring, like that's just insane.
There is that caveat that you have to like buy a very expensive Apple product.
Yes, but the program itself is $20 for a lifetime thing. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's coming out like November. I'm not we're not sponsored. But like I use Procreate a lot on the iPad and I freaking love it. But yeah, because like Procreate is like $12 for a full drawing suite, which is like insane.
I bought, let me see. I don't have an Apple product, but I bought, I think it's called Ibis Paint on my Chromebook. And that's pretty solid.
Like the only other one that I would buy is, I think it's like, oh god, is it CSP? I can't remember. Something
Clip Studio Paint.
It might be Clip Studio Paint.
Studio, one of those two.
CSP is Clip Studio Paint. Yeah.
Yeah, like that would be the only other one that I would get. But I preferably draw with a pencil and paper. So, but yeah, I definitely want to try out the Procreate Dreams when it comes out though, because like, the Procreate animation thing is not the best right now. But for them to just to make a full on suite for animation is going to be like, ooh, I can't wait to see what people can do with that.
That is very cool. That also reminded me when you're talking about that today was the Apple event, and I haven't watched it.
Whoa.
And therefore, no one can talk about it.
Fair enough. I don't know anything about it either, and I do want to watch that event later on. Like I think I may have asked this on the podcast before, but have y'all ever gone back and watched the original announcement of the iPhone?
Yeah.
Like that is
not recently.
That
an
is just,
iPod, an internet communicator, a cell phone, an iPod, an internet communicator, a cell phone. Are you getting it?
Dude, like that was incredible. And like looking back at that, like it's such a no-brainer now, right? But it's so crazy to me that like business people were like, it doesn't have a keyboard, what the frick, this will never work. And then it became like
the norm.
The norm, man.
I mean,
it's just
that still bugs me because there is something like having that tactile feeling of touch to be able to tell where certain buttons are is important, but slowly growing less important as time goes on.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I will say the one place that it probably would be the best used. I've got a Tesla, and most of the controls are on a tablet. So like if I want to adjust like the air conditioner, if it's like getting too hot, it's hard to like figure out where the button is to turn that, you know?
I got a buddy of mine who like lives for peripherals for like the iPhone or like, you know, any type of thing that allows him to do certain, you know, other stuff with the iPhone. So like he has like a camera attachment that turns it into like a macro lens. He has like my favorite one is he has this like thing you can slide the iPhone into and it turns your iPhone into like a Game Boy. I'm just like, where the frick did you get that?
I've seen that. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I know you could probably just get one on like Amazon, but it's like tricked out. Like he has like a custom one. I'm like, what the frick? That's so cool. And like, of course, he's like jailbroken and stuff, so he has like games on it and stuff like that, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But when is Apple going to make a hat?
The iHat.
They have to have a hat you can just buy on their site.
Well,
do you want to know a fun piece of information?
Well, since you're so excited, yes.
They're making glasses.
But this is genuinely exciting for me. Apple has a store, like an official store that sells like apparel and hats and things like that. It is located only in Cupertino. It is the only place you can actually buy it. You have to go to where they are, and then you can go into the tiny store that is open to the public to buy a hat. That is how you get a hat.
Nintendo used to do the same thing. Their only like store was inside their Redmond location, and then they did the New York store, and it did gangbusters.
Yeah,
it's the Apple store.
Yeah,
I would love it if that was just like it, you know, you got like the headquarters, this giant building, you know, the campus, it's beautiful, and then just this tiny like shack where it looks like you're gonna rent like a fishing rod out of, and that's where they just sell their hats out of.
You want a hat?
I
You
want.
got a hat. Do you want a rod and reel? The new iFish just came out.
I want this shirt with just 6 different thumbs up emojis that Apple Store is selling. That's what I want.
I love it.
Jeez
Incredible.
Louise.
I bet that shirt is $50 US.
Probably is.
Oh, Lord.
I bet
There's
you
just a
anything.
bunch of there's just like the pounded emoji, infinite loop. You can get your
Incredible.
BPM.
Oh my
Lie to your
God,
doctor.
man.
Have your shirt say how you're feeling.
Can I
So-
get a shirt with my cholesterol on it?
I'm dying. Somebody help me.
My blood pressure. 180 over 125. What the fuck?
Now, do y'all like hats?
I'm known for. I'm literally wearing a toque on my
John,
icon.
I'm not talking explicitly to you. I am aware that you wear the hat.
I'm just
graphic
saying
has the hat.
There are 3 of us here, not counting Dan, and 1 out of 3 is still a pretty high ratio for hat wearing.
I'm just saying. I know you got the beanie, you got the toboggan. I know that. But
Doesn't
For-
the toboggan
for
have a puff ball on it?
I thought a toboggan was a boat.
A toboggan is a sled. Jesus,
toboggan,
guys.
it depends
But
where you're from.
I've heard toboggan referred to as a hat as well.
What
It
is
can
a
be a
sled?
hat.
What is a sled if not a boat for ice? Okay, give me a
It
break.
can be.
What is a bear if not more dog?
Listen, the same people that call a toboggan a hat also use the word stove to indicate damage to their fingers. That's just how this goes.
Do
I'm not
you
gonna.
want to
What?
know what a toboggan hat is called? It's called a toque. Google
That's
even
what John's
says the same
wearing.
thing.
Yeah. And it's also a toboggan. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My point is, Tom and Jared, do you wear hats ever? And then to John, do you ever wear the non-toboggan hat?
Do I wear other hats? Yes.
Other hats. Like other styles of
Yes,
hats.
I used to wear baseball caps all the time. I stopped though because my hair had a habit of like poofing out more while I was wearing it. So I figured it made more sense to just wear the toque, and it looked a lot more natural.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't wear a lot of hats is because like my hair's kind of like big and fluffy, so like when I wear the hat, it just kind of like puffs out at the end. I don't like the way that looks.
I usually wear one whenever I haven't taken a shower for the day and I have to go and do something, because I get like terrible bedhead. And yeah, because I wear like a face mask or whatever, and I also have a divot from my headphones and things like that. So yeah, I have.
Oh, you got the gamer dent.
No, I don't have the dent. I have a divot. Divot goes in the hair. Dent goes in the skull. Okay, listen, I've checked for that. I don't have that. I wear nice headphones. But yeah, I have a Pikachu hat that my sister got me for Easter about 2 years ago, and I've been wearing that ever since.
I don't wear a lot of hats. Steven, do you wear a hat?
So I don't wear a hat. In college, I did. I owned a embroidered Firefox hat. Like
Oh, nice! Actually,
just a blue Mozilla hat with like the Firefox embroidered logo on the front, which is so weird now. Like I used Firefox, I guess, but like why did I make that part of my identity? Not sure. But I wore that basically every day of freshman year. And then I promptly like stopped wearing hats. And the strange thing is, as I discovered this morning on Breakfast Stream, I own like 20 or more hats. And I don't know why. I have so many hats, and I don't wear hats.
I'll wear hats in the winter. That's the only time I'll wear a hat.
I have like toques that I wear in the winter. I have like
Yeah.
I have a really nice one that has like a game or a Nintendo controller on the side of it. That's like one of my favorites. I've had that for years.
I have a Wii U toque for some reason, and I have a handmade Skyrim hat that looks like the Iron Helmet from Skyrim. When I first got that, I went to Taco Bell one time, and as I was walking past a group of teenagers, one of them looked at me and kept going, "Yes, Yes.
When you said Wii U hat, for whatever reason, my brain processed that as U2 hat. It's like, oh, you just like really into U2. Okay, that's neat.
No, it was. I think I got it when I was working at GameStop because we got a bunch of like free crap that that companies would send us, or they would get like priced out, and we would just like take them home. And I think one of them was the Wii U hat.
My buddy works at Best Buy, and he just has so much like random game tchotchke just all around his house. It's actually kind of incredible because everybody knows to just give it to him whenever it goes out, and he'll just take it. He's got like the coolest apartment though. He has so much gaming stuff in it.
So like to a lesser extent of like bakeries and whatnot, not giving away their day olds to like places and just like throwing them out. Like GameStop would do the same thing. They would it wasn't as severe. It was just like posters and whatnot from and like display things and whatnot. But like essentially they were like, these have to be destroyed. If we were allowed to set fires in the back of the parking lot, then we totally would just burn everything that we don't display anymore. But you cannot take this home.
My buddy has a 8-foot tall inflatable Baymax figurine that he has in his apartment that he loves, and he got that
My
after
God,
the.
how tall are his ceilings?
It's a taller
feet.
apartment.
8 feet.
Yeah,
He's actually holding up the apartment.
Yeah, he's holding up the apartment. No, he's had that for like years, and he's just like, yeah, this thing will leave whenever I do, and I'm like, you know what, that's fair.
Let me ask you guys a question that I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to.
Are any of you guys playing Baldur's Gate?
No, but holy shit,
No.
Reese is.
It's fun.
I've been playing like actual D&D though. That's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Too many,
I
games
did
are coming
do-
out. Too many good games are coming out all at the same time.
Accurate.
I did do one faux pas in Baldur's Gate, and that was like apparently the game doesn't do a very good job of telling you when something is time sensitive. So and what time sensitive means that if you're in the dead center of it and you take a long rest, then it's over. So I had an issue where like one of the I was in like this area with a bunch of like these like deep dwarves, and there was like this eye that was floating around from like a cult that was that they were working with. And one of the deep dwarves was like, I just want to get rid of that thing, and I got a quest. It's like, get rid of the eye that's watching them. I'm like, cool, great. At the same time, there's this dude that's trapped behind a ton of rubble in a mine, and there's like poison gas coming out of there. So apparently you have to get him out quickly, as I learned. So I hit this eyeball thing, and I didn't have like any like resources left at this point. I needed a long rest badly. So I hit this magic eye thing, and it procced pretty much every single like dwarf in there. There were like 15 enemies on me, and I managed to escape. I'm like, cool, I'm out of there. I could take a long rest. I took a long rest, and when you exit the camp, it puts you right back where you were. I get back to where I was. Ghost town. Nobody was there anymore.
Oh no.
They finished that expedition and left, and the guy I was supposed to find was lying dead in the middle of the room.
Oh my God.
Well, Baldur's Gate 3 just had like it came out, but then it just had a console release onto PS5.
Yep, that has split screen as well.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
So the one thing it doesn't have, which I think is kind of ridiculous in the year of our Lord 2023, is keyboard and mouse support
On the PS5?
Yeah. And I think that that's ridiculous because, like, if you want to play Baldur's Gate, the best way to play it would be with a keyboard and mouse because the game is designed for that. It can be played with a controller, but the reviews of it that I've read for the controller are like, you have to go through radio menu and radio menu and radio menu and radio menu. And I was like, okay, that kind of sucks because it's clearly designed for a mouse. And like,
do you know if it utilizes the touchpad on the PS5 controller at all?
I am not sure
Because that seems like the perfect use for it.
it's a frustrating thing because like consoles can support keyboard and mouse, all of them. There are games on every platform right now, including Switch, that does support keyboard and mouse. So like, why would Baldur's Gate 3 just not do that?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's something that they add.
I assume they just assumed that market didn't quite need it. If enough people ask for it, they'll patch it in. They've been pretty good about that.
They've been really good about patching stuff in. At launch, the way that multiplayer worked was once you made a character in somebody's campaign, that character was there permanently. In a recent patch, they made it so that you can dismiss them, and as weird as this is, they are put into a wardrobe, and then like whenever you want to like play with that person again, or just like play with their character again, you go to the wardrobe and you pull them out of the wardrobe and drop them on the ground, and there they are.
Huh.
You're saying you want a person wardrobe is what you want?
Yes. Yeah, that is how they got around like the instead of making it drop in.
No,
drop
that's
out
what you
multiplayer.
want is what I'm saying. You just want a wardrobe you can carry people around in.
Well, that's what they patched in.
He means IRL, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't think I want that.
Are you sure about that?
Well, here's the thing. I think there might be an issue legality-wise when people start going missing every time they come over to my house.
No, there's not.
Nah, it'll be fine.
There's not.
Does the magic wardrobe erase memories too?
Maybe.
Yes.
It's a wardrobe of convenience, really.
Yeah. There you go.
It's enchanted.
But it works out great, and it's great when it's like oh, you know, you can't like play with this friend for a while, but you want to still have like a full party, or if you're playing with 4 people and it's like, well, I really want to get the story stuff done with these particular characters, but I can't because I got a full party, and now you can.
John is right though. There has been a lot of good games come out
Yes.
in a short
There's
amount of time.
I'm so mad. I've been gone for 2 different cons, and there's been like since I got back, there's like 7 games I want to play all at once. The new Armored Core came out. I got early access to Super Bomberman R2. I got early access to Gunbrella. Void Stranger came out, and that's phenomenal. Oh God, what else was I trying to play? Prison City. What did I even pick up at the store? Rune Factory 3. There's just so much. There's too much. Stop video games.
Too much.
Just stop
Have y'all
video games.
have y'all tried out Sea of Stars yet?
That's one of the ones I forgot too. That one's on there.
I've heard incredibly good things about it.
That game is one of the best games I've ever played. Period.
Is it connected to another game made by that developer?
Messenger.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's in the
For
same
sure.
universe.
Yeah, same universe. And it is one of the best RPGs I've ever played, bar none. Like if you are able to, please play Sea of Stars. That is my endorsement for the game. It is worth every penny.
I forgot what the name of the game is, but it's Concerned Ape, the makers of Stardew, released a screenshot from
Haunted Chocolatier.
Haunted Chocolatier, yeah, of the grandpa from Stardew Valley just sitting in the bed, and I'm like, not again.
I just had the most peculiar dream.
Nice sandwich.
It is a drawing of an 8-foot tall Baymax just touching the ceiling in this guy's apartment.
Holding it up. Make sure it doesn't fall down.
Holding it up.
But yeah, man, like Sea of Stars, and then freaking Wonder comes out.
Dude, I'm
Mario
so
Bros.
mad. That
Wonder.
week sucks because there's the new Sonic game, Spider-Man 2, and Wonder. I'm just like,
Sonic game's coming out on that too.
Every time I hear about Spider-Man 2, I always think it's already out because people keep talking about it so much.
it got,
like, oh,
apparently
it
it
must be
leaked early. Some people already have it.
out. Ah.
Yeah, I want Wonder. Wonder looks so freaking fun. Like it just looks like unadulterated fun, and I have missed that in the Mario scene for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the first, if I'm not mistaken, it's the first mainline 2D Mario game that's not New Super Mario Brothers since Super Mario World ? Maybe Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, maybe.
If
I
you
think
count
so.
Yoshi's Island as a Mario game, then yes.
Yeah, because like Super Mario World was my favorite Mario game, and I'm just really freaking hoping that this hits because I have really high expectations for this.
According to chat, Super Mario Land 2 would have been the last one.
Super Mario Land 2, fair enough.
Oh, that
That's
came out
fair.
after? Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Unless you want to count Super Mario Land 3, which is a Wario game.
Yeah, I'm looking so forward to it because it looks like they just let the devs have way too much fun. And I am down for that. And it's been said that it was made in really good working conditions and like They challenged them, but in like creative ways. Like they couldn't use like older power-ups and stuff like that, or older things from the game. So it really got them to think outside the box, and it shows, man. I'm so excited for it.
Playable Daisy for the first time in any 2D platforming
Yeah,
Mario
dude.
game.
Freaking playable Daisy. You get 4 different Yoshis. Like, oh my god. I know that they're like technically easy mode, but like,
Still
yeah,
fun.
man.
Still fun.
It looks good.
Oh yeah, and the new voice actors debut.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know why
That
they're trying to
is
make
right.
Wowie Zowie a thing. They're really trying to make that stick.
I like that.
I'm so
Listen,
used to hearing
they-
it from
Wowie
wrestling, so that's why
Zowie.
it's weird to hear like for some reason I could hear Daisy saying it, sure, but when I heard like Mario Luigi saying, like, what the fuck? Why?
Wowie zowie.
we're in a new era.
The Wowie Zowie era.
Yep. We're out of the Let's Go and into the Wowie zowie.
No
just,
more
you know,
Let's Go.
That wasn't
I think
very
it was-
wahoo of you.
It was a very good opportunity to maybe
Oh.
just let Mario swear just like a little bit.
Yeah.
What the?
Like just like every time he gets hit by a Goomba, he's like, "Damn it!" Something like that. Just a little would have been nice.
Yeah, they could probably still stick an E10 rating on that if he's just like one damn
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
It'll be
It's
great.
still-
It'll
the
be a great
kids-
thing for the marketing.
The kids can still say the kids can still play it.
And then
I
like
think
if
it'd
you
be
get the flagpole glitch, instead of instead of lowering the flagpole, he just like kind of swings around and goes, "Fuck yeah!"
Dude, I've seen a lot of edits of the flowers saying really fricked up things. Dude. It's been really funny. Like there was one, he walks up at the flower and then it just starts that Jack Black scene where he's like, "Frick you, you frick!"
Yeah. Always naysaying everything I create.
You're out of the band.
That's
Well,
been a
Which one?
treasure trove.
Which track? That was inward singing, right? That
That
track?
was inward singing.
Yeah.
Rocking in and like this, and rocking out like this, and rocking in like this, and rocking out like that. It's something like that.
I can't do that.
Really?
I can't. No, it's weird. I can't do it.
Speak internally.
Why can't I do it? It's really weird.
I am a
Rocking
robot.
in internally, and rocking out internally, and rocking in
Oh.
internally, and rocking out internally.
Made me burp. That's weird. No,
Are you trying to speak through your esophagus?
I was just trying to speak while breathing in. It made me burp.
I don't know
Mr.
why. I found out my voice is capable of a lot of things recently. So
Cheese pizza.
Jeez.
We make new discoveries about
Hello.
ourselves every day. It could be our voice. It could be our tongues. We just learn a lot. I don't think that
Gotta
anyone
bring it
should
back
be
to
judged.
songs.
He's a tongue talent, Stephen George.
I get a lot of. You know what? Never mind.
Tell us more about your talented tongue, Stephen, please.
No, I think. Nah, I think I'm good. Thanks.
He holds the world record for eating an ice cream cone without biting it.
It just reminds me of that JoJo thing of the dude with the cherry.
Oh yeah, the cockyoing thing with the cherry stem.
God.
Biting ice cream's a superpower. Y'all crazy. I can't believe it. Just out here biting, putting your teeth into something cold.
What?
Incredible.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yo, man, I have like sensitivity issues. I'll chomp down on ice cream.
The best part about
Absolutely
that,
not.
the best part about that JoJo episode was that someone was disguised as cockyoing doing that, and then the real cockyoing did it later in the episode.
Oh, I have not understood what you've been saying, but have been quiet
JoJo.
about
It's
it.
anime.
Well, the name. I understand that you're not saying the thing I thought you were saying before, so we're good.
Bite the ice cream, Stephen.
Chomp it
Yeah,
down.
I don't bite ice cream.
Eat your
I
hamburgers,
can't.
Apollo.
I can't. So anyway, aside from hats, y'all wear socks?
Not right now.
Yes,
Whoa.
all the time.
Yes, very much yes.
I am
Oh, actually, yeah.
I am barefoot. If we were on camera, this would be a 13 plus stream.
I mean, I know I'm sandal person, so I do a lot of sandals.
Do you do socks and sandals?
No. No.
Good.
You can't do that.
I have to.
Then
around
by
here.
the rules of rocket power, you are not a shooby.
Yeah, you can't do socks and sandals unless the sandals have straps. I do the sandals that go between your toes, and
With
like you
the
can't.
thong.
Yeah, thong sandals.
Yeah, to
I
bonk.
have
So
never.
anyway, you can't
I've
do
never heard that.
you can't do a sock with that because it doesn't work. Unless I guess if you had
if you got
the
if you got ninja socks, then you could do that.
if
like
you had the
Tommy socks.
toesies, the socks with the toesies, you actually could do that, I suppose.
The last time I wore sandals, I got some of the worst blisters I've ever had in my life, and I just have never worn sandals again. Because like I bought them for a day at the water park, and that was a terrible idea.
I'd rather get those like swimming shoes, those ones that are made out of like rubber and like
swimming shoes are kind of awesome.
Yeah, they are.
You
They
do have
are.
to like buy the nice things, right? Like if you buy like the cheap pair of flip-flops to just go to the pool, like that's a fine use for the flip-flops, but like they will hurt and they're awful.
Well, here's the thing. I bought them from the theme park that I was at. So they were relatively decent, but also relatively overpriced. So I paid good money for them. They still fricked me up. So back to the sock thing. I am about as specific as a human being could possibly be with socks. Like, do y'all ever get sock dandruff? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
When
Okay.
like the
little fuzzies?
the
Yeah.
fibers from your sock end up between your toes.
Yeah. So if there is any like balled up lint on the bottom of my socks or inside the socks, I feel it and I have to remove it.
What are you,
Or
the
else it
princess and the pea?
Bro, you have no freaking idea. It sucks.
I love
can-
this.
Jared's got
feel that
very
crap.
sensitive pressure points in his feet. It could cripple him. It could end his drumming career.
It's
I mean,
really funny.
He needs those drummer socks, John.
No,
I
listen,
love learning more and more about Jared. So now I can imagine him like getting out of his shower where he spent 30 minutes just looking at his phone, and then he gets out and dries off his feet and puts them into his socks, but goes, "Oh God!"
then I
and
have to
like
take them
throw them
off.
off.
I have to take them
Great.
off, freaking go inside of them, try to surgically remove the freaking little fuzzies on the inside. Yeah, this is my life, man. This is what happens. But John, it's so funny that you say that because that's what Erica calls me, is the princess and the pea whenever it comes down to that. that and like if there's anything in my bed, like sometimes Blue will have like a piece, like a small piece of like kitty litter that sticks between his toes or wherever, and he will sometimes leave it, like because he sleeps with us, and he'll leave it in the bed. If there's a small piece, it drives me absolutely crazy, and I have to just like clean the entire bed.
So is it just your feet are that sensitive, or your entire like your whole skin?
Basically my whole skin, but like I can't walk barefoot outside.
I
Like, my feet
don't
are that
like
sensitive.
I don't like the skin being referred to as my whole skin.
Hey, Jared. Hey, Jared.
Your whole skin the issue.
Are you sensitive like everywhere?
Like
I just want to
everywhere.
know.
The whole skin.
I just
whole skin. Oh God.
I don't know.
Just making
Oh.
some notes here for Coliseum. Like,
Going
which
on-
part? What part of you is sensitive?
Jared, run.
I'm not coming to the next college. Y'all already freaked me so much while I was sleeping, man. I'm afraid.
You knew what you were getting into with that one, though. This is Steven being creepy.
I'm just being.
This
What's
is
the
Steven
guy
being
in the
Steven.
woods?
Camera here, yeah.
I do the creepy walk.
He does the creepy
He's a
walk
cryptid, remember?
with his
Cryptid, yeah.
with his straight rectangular shaped leg.
I really hope the doctor can do something about this.
somebody in chat
Your leg
reminded
looks
me.
like a bookmark.
Somebody in chat reminded me of something that Erica said about me one time, because I had for like 2 years I had gastric hypersensitivity, or visceral hypersensitivity. Basically, I could feel just about everything that was going on inside of me for a long time because of anxiety. 2020 was rough on everybody, but my doctor said that I had that. And Erica, after we were done, we were on a stream with my buddy Jacob, and she was like, yeah, so Jared is a medically certified little B. and I don't think I've ever heard my buddy Jacob laugh as hard as he did that night, man.
Medically certified little B.
Yep.
Speaking of sandals, have you guys ever had sandals that don't have like the straps or thongs? They're just a sole.
How do they stay on?
They are sticky.
Adhesive. Oh, I was gonna joke with adhesive, but it's actually freaking right.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. My parents went on vacation one time, and one of the souvenirs they brought back for me was this pair of sandals that were just soles, and they just had they were just sticky on them. And like apparently like it wasn't that it was like a thin layer of adhesive that's on it, because how it works is that like you stick them on your feet and you walk around, and then you just wash off the top of them, and then you stick them back together and you wait and for the next time that like you just rinse them off, and then that's it.
So that sounds like an absolute nightmare to me. Okay,
yeah,
uncomfortability wise.
I can imagine because it would just be like everything you're walking around in like sticks to the top of it, and if your feet like shift in just a way, they get underfoot.
Oh God! Just thinking about that makes me cringe. Hate that.
There was a time where I was on vacation. I was in middle school or high school, and I got up in the morning, and I had put my socks and my shoes on, and I was walking, and I had a rock in my shoe. I could tell like something wasn't quite right. I was like, is there something in there? Maybe there's not. Like it was like a phantom rock, and I was like, that's really odd. So I just kept going, and then at some point I was like, no, there's definitely like a rock. What the heck? I gotta get this thing out. So I took off my shoe, and I went to like hit the shoe so the rock would come out, and it was a cockroach. And it was still alive, and it landed on the ground and ran off, and I was like, I hate this.
When I was living with my buddy Steven, Zero Viking, at one point that he was like at one point he was started sleeping downstairs. I'm like, dude, what's up? It's like, there's a cockroach in my room. It ran behind one of my paintings, and when I took it off, it wasn't there. So like we were just like looking for this cockroach. And one day I finished streaming. I walk out of my office, and like the banister is like kind of like at like chest level to me, like, or maybe close to the stomach level. But I exit, and the cockroach is there and like looking at me, and I don't want to move much because I'm afraid it's gonna move if I move. So I'm like I have the door open. I'm staring at it. I just go, Z. Z.
That is the correct protocol.
Z. At some point, I realize that he's either like streaming or he's not home. I don't remember which one. And I slowly like creep out of the like around it. He's just standing there. He's just doing his thing. Like run downstairs, grab a Tupperware and a magazine because that was really all we had. And I managed to scoop him up. I walked him like 5 blocks down the street and dumped him outside.
5 blocks.
I didn't want him coming back. And then I just walked home and threw the magazine out and.
You walked a cockroach 5 blocks?
I didn't want it coming back, and if you step on those fuckers, there's a chance that they've got an egg sac in there that's gonna stick to your shoe.
Ew.
That's wild. That's wild. I've never
like if you find mice, you're supposed to do something like that too, right? You know that?
Like
what, mice?
Like let them go far away?
Yeah, you have to go like I think it's like a kilometer or like half a kilometer away because they have like memory of where it is and they can find it. So you actually have to like. If you want to get rid of a mouse ethically, you have to like literally just drive away and let them out somewhere else.
I don't. You
Take
don't
the
have
cannolis,
to get
leave
rid
the
of
mouse.
You don't have to get rid of a cockroach ethically. You can just murder them, actually, and that's totally fine and justified.
Yeah, but I didn't really have much else to kill it with at the time, and I didn't want the potential of more cockroaches being attached to the bottom of my shoe.
Growing up in the Southeast, cockroaches are, and anyone in the Southeast will just vouch for me here. Like, cockroaches are just a thing that happens. It doesn't necessarily mean that your house is dirty or filthy or anything. It's just a thing that happens. They, if there's moisture, if it rains a lot, they could get in, whatever. So growing up, my parents always had a can of Raid, and a roach would get in or something like that. And I have these extremely vivid memories of my mother running around the house, chasing a roach, spraying it with Raid.
Oh, God.
And it does not work fast enough. So, like, there's like a trail of Raid, like going from the kitchen to the living room to the dining room. And my mom just screaming, "I'll kill you!" And like in that moment, I was like, there's got to be like a better way to deal with this. And in adulthood, a friend of mine gave me an electric racket and was like, this is how you deal with pests. And I was like, oh my God, it is. It is the best way, because as long as you can reach them, which you generally can, because they, if they're not running from you, you can catch them. You just fry them. and it runs on 2 AA batteries, and you just zap them. It's great. You don't want to do it too
It doubles
long.
as like a fly swatter because it's a tennis racket, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Mhm.
it works well because we actually had a wasp get in the house, and I hit that sucker like a baseball. I mean, it was done for. It was great, and it makes such a satisfying zap that alerts you that you hit it.
Can you get like a speaker installed in it so that, like and it triggers whenever you hit something so that way? Because the way you said that, I'm just imagining you like smack it, it makes like the zap noise, and I'm imagining a speaker going da 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 da.
I can definitely hear like the home run bat sound effect play in my head when I do it.
Like,
If
so
you're wondering what Jared was laughing at, John just put a picture on screen of Jared dead over his drum kit with the caption saying, Jared when he drums with his drumming socks.
I don't
And there's
have
blood
drumming
coming from his
socks.
mouth, not his feet.
I just have regular socks. They're not drumming socks, man. But
You should
like,
be selling drumming socks. You should
No,
just
dude.
market it.
Have you
I'll
guys...
tell you why I'm not is because of the fact that I would not find them comfortable. I find Hanes crew socks the only ones that I can wear. Period. Hanes, the long crew socks. That's all I can wear. I have 4 bags of 24 like pairs because I found them at a store one time and they hardly ever sell them, and I freaking bought like their entire stock because I wanted them for years.
Have you guys ever seen the running shoes with the individual toes?
Ooh.
Yes.
That just makes me uncomfortable.
I'm sending a picture in general.
So
Yeah, no, I used to work at a sporting goods company. Like, we sold these all the time. Like, they were actually like a pretty big trend.
they look weird for me.
If you've never seen these before, they're popping up on screen here now.
They look like they look like they might be comfy is the thing.
Are these the shoe? Okay, I don't know much about shoes, but I do know that like I have some friends that are in like the running world, and people get real specific about shoes, and I think these might be some of them where like you can start shaving off seconds if you use certain shoes, and like some of the shoes like they don't last very long, but they'll make you go real fast, and it's like a crazy thing. I don't know if the toe shoes have anything to do with that or not.
I think these are more made for like trail running, like cross country.
Yeah, it's for like ground that isn't quite level because you get better grip because it's not one giant piece of rubber. It's like separate pieces.
You could grab almost some toes action too. Just like grip freaking claw.
You know what? Someone in chat makes a good point. Can you still wear them with flip flops?
Oh my god!
You would need very big flip flops, but yes.
You'd have to buy a size or 2 up, but you could. And then you would be able to tell everyone, especially Exhibit, that you were wearing 2 pairs of shoes.
There you go.
Oh my god.
God damn it, the Exhibit joke.
So back to the electric fly swatter. There's a problem with the electric fly swatter. Because I had a friend who had one.
You put your tongue on it.
Well, no, he wouldn't just use it for that. He was a trickster, and he really liked to freaking pop people when they weren't looking with that sucker, man. And like that is why we never had one in my family, because my dad would have had a field day with something like that. Because he would just be like, "Hey, guess what?" Freaking pop you every now and then, man.
So what was the story you told me about I can't remember which condiment it was, but like
he put tartar sauce in one of them steak fries and gave it back to me. I had no idea, and I bit into that, and that was one of the worst experiences of my life.
So imagine that, and then afterwards he pops you with the fly swatter,
bruh.
Like immediately after, he's like zap, like right in the nose, like boom, bitch.
Dude, I got another good one from another Duff story. So, y'all know what Ambisol is, right? Like the stuff that you numb your mouth with, or like whatever.
Oh,
so it's basically for toothaches, and it's like it's a
pain
thing
cream.
that numbs. Yeah, it's a pain cream. It numbs your mouth, and it's like it works pretty well.
I already don't like where the story is going.
So we were at a Japanese restaurant one time, and we were there. It was me, my dad, and one of his worker buddies, like partner, right? In the business thing that he was doing. So worker guy went to the bathroom. That was his first mistake. My dad was taking care of some he had some dental work done, so he had some Ambisol. So he put it on the ends of his friend's chopsticks, and he was eating, and while he was eating, he's like, Duff, I think I'm having a stroke.
Oh my god.
It's like his mouth started going numb in the middle of him eating. He's like, Duff, there's something wrong. And I've never seen my dad so red in the face before because he was just holding it in.
Wow, I can't believe believe they made
Father's
Sichuan
a
sushi.
monster.
He's so awesome, man. Like he's so brilliant with his freaking trolls, dude. Like he is one of the most trolly individuals I've ever met. And I'm like, I wish that I was as freaking trolly as he is sometimes, man.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I feel like you'd probably get arrested at this rate.
No, man. Ooh, he's
I
awesome.
don't. I don't feel like
Jamesy-
we would be friends. like honest to God, if someone pulled that sort of thing on me, I'd be like, "Whoa, no, never if you
James
do that to
EP
me
in
again.
chat.
I will never speak to you."
James EP in chat. I think I'm dying, Duff.
I think I'm dying, Duff. Dude. Oh my god. I remember that day very vividly, and that was one of the funniest freaking things ever because like once the guy figured out that he was okay, my dad lost his freaking mind. He was just laughing the entire time, and he has this really high-pitched laugh whenever something really makes him laugh, and it's just the best thing ever. So that was a really fun day.
Confusion pranks are my favorite. The ones that like that they don't really hurt anybody, but they just leave somebody so utterly baffled. Like there's like a relatively famous one where it's like a woman is showing this woman her family like photo album, and off in the distance like these people take a photo of them looking at the photo album and then slip it into another photo album and slip it into her bag. And she's like, oh, I've got another photo album here. And she takes it and opens it. It's a picture of the two of them looking at the photo album.
Dude.
And she like sees that. And she like looks up. She's like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's awesome. What the heck? Man.
Also,
I need
what was
to
that
tell my
Biz of the
dad that
Wizard?
one.
Biz of the Wizard and the injected tartar sauce? Was that called?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
tartar sauce injection. Yeah.
Tartar sauce injection.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I've been playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion with just Quagsire fusions. And the art that Jasper put out reminded me, this has been some really good art that's come from that.
I bet.
Oh my god. I posted this on Twitter. Have you guys seen Quaggicate?
No, I have not.
I need to find the picture of Quaggicate and send it to you. It is Quagsire. It's
Oh,
so
the
a lot of
Raticate. I saw your video of it. I saw the clip.
Yes. It is. God, it is so. It's gonna take me a while, so you might as well
Is
move
it
on.
cursed?
It's not cursed, but it's so funny.
It's kind of
Oh,
amazing.
okay.
It is kind of amazing.
I need you guys to move on though because it's gonna take me a while to pull this out.
I have a cat on my lap, and he is very, very cuddly right now. Hi, Blue. Yeah, you want to be on the podcast today, huh? Yeah.
Bagel already showed up earlier, so it's only fair that Blue shows up too.
If I could get a purr, I'd try, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because he's a lawnmower right now.
I would love to have Manatee come up, but one of the words I get him to like move when he doesn't want to move is, or one of the phrases I say is, "Do you want me to pick you up?" And he takes off running in the direction I want him to go.
Aw. Arvin, our new dog, he's a big boy. He's a big boxer mix, and he has this thing that he does where if he's sitting next to Erica, like he sits on the couch like a human being, which is wonderful. And he will just like lean back and flop on Erica's lap whenever he wants like love. It's the freaking cutest thing I've ever seen. He's just like,
I posted Quaggicate in general chat.
There it is. I've popped it up here.
oh my god,
He's so happy.
he's like,
You got any cheese? I really like cheese.
That creature wants cheese.
Creature wants cheese. There have been so many good Quagsire fusions. A bunch of the ones that have made me laugh and I love a lot have been putting into a PC box in the game called my Hall of Fame. And Quaggicate is really high up there.
he's the trophy. Like he's the one.
Sapphire Becca drew a really good picture of Quaggicate that I'm also posting in general.
That is another good one.
I can't really describe it beyond it being Quagsire face on Raticate body.
Cheese, please.
Cheese,
Cheese,
please.
please. Cheese, please.
That is awesome.
I really like that cheese. You got any Gouda?
Dude, his eyes are what make him, man.
Yeah,
the
beady eyes are
the
really
tiny
well
little
done.
dots. Yeah, they're so good.
Yep. Oh man.
There have been so many good Quagsire fusions. People are like bringing them up in chat right now. Quagvire is a good one. Quagsire face, Electivire body. The custom for that looks like they just shaved an Electivire and its skin is blue and purple underneath.
Dude, those fusions are really good, like art fodder. Like,
Oh my god, 100%.
it's so fun, man. Because like I've done a couple of them, like Mewtwo and like Persian is a really cool one. And then Mew and Lot Bunny is a really cute one. Like
Meowth
they're
and
just-
Meowth and Dialga has a good one. Dialga face, Meowth body is a really good custom. The art community for Pokemon Infinite Fusion is so talented.
It's
Like the
nuts.
sprite artists, so good.
like they have that. Oh, good.
I downloaded a pack for the game that basically like it's basically like every single what do you call them? Like every single sprite that has like been made and like approved for the game, like in like one pack. And if you go to the Pokedex, you can like interchange between them. So you can see like all these different ones that people have drawn. They're so good.
Like I love the little generator that you can find online. I can't remember where it is, but like that's where
it's actually down. It's actually down right now. What was it? What the hell's the name of that? GitHub took it down because it was taking up too much traffic.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah,
that's
People
awesome.
love fusing.
Mm-hmm.
there's just so many good ones that came out of it. I like and like my god, like single Pokemon. Shout out by the way to Techno Hornist, who made the mod that made it possible for me to do this Quagsire run in the first place. He made a mod where every time I catch a Pokemon, it gives me a Quagsire as well.
Huh.
So that's how I was able to do the Quagsire only bit.
So you've just got infinite Quagsire is what you're saying.
Yeah, essentially. Anytime I catch a Pokemon, it gives me a Quagsire that's the same level as the first Pokemon in my party. And of course, I would be remiss to not mention the Lord of them all, his Imperial Majesty, HIM or him, who is a fusion between two Quagsires, and it's just a bigger Quagsire with a crown.
See, I thought that was gonna be like the Slow King one. I didn't think that was actually just gonna be. Oh, it's just two Quagsires.
Well, I mean, like, the reason he leads them is because he has a when you fuse two of the same Pokemon together, because they don't get a stat boost, they get an EXP boost instead. So he's always at like the top of my party, and I'm able to get like higher level Quagsire from catching other Pokemon because of him. Some of those other ones I had from that previous one were incredibly cursed. Queen Sloth, if everyone remembers that, the Jinx's slacking combo.
Oh god.
Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. There's a Quagsire, and then her son, who ended up just being Slow King because it was Slow King and slacking.
So that's what you've been doing mostly on stream lately, right? He's been doing the Infinite Fusion stuff.
I was gonna do it tomorrow, but then I remembered the Scarlet and Violet DLC was coming out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Too many video games.
Teal Mask.
Yeah.
There are so many damn video games.
One thing I'm realizing is that, like, you know, once the end of summer, beginning of fall begins, I should just not play. I should just like not play like any like old games anymore, on like just to clear my schedule for the new ones.
Yeah, I feel for anyone at all who plays video games, because there is a good chance that in the last few months there have been multiple games that any particular person with any particular interests have wanted to play and had one moment of like, I don't have time. And that's a terrifying feeling.
For some reason, the first half of this year, I just wasn't really feeling the games that were coming out, and now it's like, okay, now I got like 10. Crap, I had time. Crap.
Yeah. It's fine.
not enough time. You know, I think back to that one E3 vlog you had, Steven, with Jepsen. There's not enough time. We got to play more games. There's not enough time.
Yeah.
We got to play more games.
Yeah, So, I famously don't play like a ton of games at once, But the problem is, I am now playing.
You
two
play games that
very
are too
big
long.
games.
You're playing 3 games at the same time, like right now.
Yeah,
you got,
but one of them is not. One of them is Pikmin's. Pikmin's going to wrap up, but like Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is going to take forever. And then also, I just started playing Starfield.
Yeah, because you can't stay away from your Bethesda games. Also, I want to go
really
back
can't.
to that fan art that was just showing on there. Jared, this has got to be your nightmare because it's you wearing socks in the shower.
Well, it's not in the shower. It's out of the shower.
Okay, so first off, that shower head has got to be pointed like up because the water is coming out of the bathtub. But still, those socks are getting wet.
Listen. No, they would not be wet in my situation. No.
Okay, so you do wear the socks in the shower.
He's got a vacuum seal technique.
I don't wear the socks in the shower.
You wear your Wonder Bread bags whenever you get in the shower.
Wonder Bread. I do not wear socks in the shower. I do not do that. I do use my cell phone in the shower because of the fact that I am hopelessly addicted. But you know,
same. But I never use it in the shower. I could I'll put like on some music and like listen to it while I'm outside of the shower. But
I like
the bathtub, sure, but not the shower.
Like I check like social media and stuff while I'm in the shower because like now let me preface with this, everybody. Every time I talk about this, every single time, everybody's like, "Oh, your phone's in the water." Listen,
you bag it?
No, I don't bag it.
No, he holds it outside. Remember, we took like a half-hour discussion one podcast talking about this.
I remember the discussion. I don't remember the modus.
I'm giving you I'm giving y'all the TLDR here. Okay, I hold it away from the stream of water, and I enjoy the warmth of the water. And that is why the pop socket is one of the best inventions of all time. Specifically, the OtterBox with the pop socket built in. The OtterBox case with the pop socket built in. I will never buy another phone case. This freaking thing
until you get a phone that doesn't fit it.
Listen. I'm an iPhone boy, so they will have it. I promise. They're gonna make one for the next one. All right. Stop. No texting while showering. Thanks, Fampy. Man.
Yeah, you can get a ticket for that. Cop pulls up right next to your shower. It's like, "Sir, are you aware that you were texting while in a shower?"
Just not safe for life.
You're not quite clean. You've cleaned yourself incorrectly. There's like wiggly lines everywhere. You were going between the lines. You gotta be careful about that.
Oh, come on,
I'll
man.
give you a warning here now. That's all I can do.
At least I don't use like the iPad or anything like that in the shower. All right, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
okay?
You started like, man, I'm really inspired to draw. I'm getting the iPad.
I'm gonna try out freaking Procreate Dream that just in the shower.
Check out this animation I made, and it's just like it's all fucked up because the water like.
Yeah, it's just like I'm unable to draw because there's just water all over the screen, so the pressure doesn't even work. Oh man.
Dan posted another one of the fusions I had in my game in chat. So if you want to pull that up, it's pretty cursed.
Pull it up. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one.
That's a great one.
There he is.
That's not.
Milzire, as it is. Miltank head, Quagsire body.
He's so happy.
That face. I don't know what it is.
Why are all the Miltank fusions always cursed?
Did you see the did I show you guys the Breloom Miltank fusion? Where he had like the weird like Chihuahua Sphinx cat face and the milk was coming out of his tail?
I don't think
Is that milk on his back?
I have no idea.
Is that what that is? Is that like
Quagsire normally has a spine, like a little spiny on his back. So like so that I have no idea.
Oh, this just
I
got
just
so much
realized
worse.
the face of that creature is the face of someone that knows that you have sinned. They know that you committed a sin. They're looking at you and they're giving you the face, and you're like, "Don't look at me like that." They're like, "I know you sinned.
I know you.
I know you did it.
You did a sin.
You know you did it.
Brady, you're God.
What are you doing?
I watched
Trying
you
to
do
resize it, and it just won't let me go zoom in on the face.
Darn technology.
My goodness.
There's a Miltank fusion? Oh god.
I mean, yeah, it progressively just gets worse.
That sounds like the Infinite Fusion setup.
I haven't I try not to look at them so that way I could be surprised when I play the game.
Ah yeah.
But yeah, here's here it is.
Oh, yeah, that's this one. All right. It looks like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. Niplor was what I named him. Lord Niplor.
Of course you did.
Emperor Niplor. Sorry, not Lord. Emperor Niplor. God, you're talking about the face of the Quagsire one. This one's got like a I know what you did face. The other one also had an I know what you did face, but it's like, there's two distinct faces as well. Like, one of them is like, I know what you did, and you better pay me off or I'm gonna tell somebody, and I know what you did, and but this will be our little secret. I don't want to show the Venusaur one. Steven has been through enough.
It's so much.
I love how I have like a bunch of tabs of just random images, and it's just Steve Encrypted, toe gloves, and then 2 of the Pokemon fusions.
A wild Tuesday night.
It's a wild Tuesday night, boys.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. I don't know why I'm strong bad for this.
I fear for my dreams tonight at this rate. Dude, I don't know what it is. I've been having some really messed up dreams lately. To a point where I actually started writing them down because they were just starting to get weird.
Any of them bumper worthy?
Oh my God, we have a history.
Monetize. Let's freaking go.
No, we're not monetizing. It's for charity.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Charitize.
There you go. Are we? You know, I'm gonna look that up.
John, we're so content brained. We make content in our sleep now.
No, man, I don't need that. I'm trying to like find meaning in my dreams. I'm like, what the fuck do these mean?
Listen, chat, frick you, chat. All right, first of all, I didn't bring it up this time. Have you heard of lucid dreaming? Listen,
Yeah,
chat,
no.
I
I was gonna say like, yo, I'm ruining the bingo card today. My bad.
it's not my fault. Not today.
Jared's just always talking about dreams or something. I don't know. It just never stops. Did you know that?
According to Urban Dictionary, which is never a sentence you want to hear on this, the definition of charitize is the act of charity work or giving charity.
There you go. That works.
Karen likes to charitize every weekend by reading to elementary school kids. What was the sample sentence they gave?
Charitize.
Charitize.
I like that.
That sounds like a like. You see this dream here? Charitize.
Charitize it. Oh yeah. Like, how long have you been writing them down?
It's about, hang on. So I wrote down last night's stream, which was September 11th and 12th. Since August 19th.
That was gonna make a really bad joke.
Nice.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That I'm just like, what the hell are these streams? Here's one from last night. That my streams heard a bunch of these already, so they're kind of sick of it. But here's one that happened last night. On a road trip with Reese, we're driving around some town. I want to go to a game shop, but decide against it as we're looking for food. Stuck in traffic, lots of waiting at lights and driving. We've been on the road for a while. Dream shifts to focus on some lady instead. She's in a van, loading some blueprints into it. She's inner monologuing, as in I can hear her talking, but she's not actually talking. Something about being a trained killer. Suddenly, the voices of the riff track staff start roasting what she's doing and thinking. It's apparently been some movie the entire time, and the credits start to pan up as she drives away in the plumber van.
Plumber van.
I love it.
All right, so we just need to rent a van, find an actor to play the woman, and get the riff tracks crew on board.
Here, this is another one of my favorite ones because it was in 3 parts, but I don't remember the other 2 parts very well. So like. August 31st and September 1st. Part 1. The airport, question mark. Vaguely remember being in an airport trying to travel. Part 2, Sailor Moon.
God, I hate that.
Serena and Darian, sorry using US names, are fighting about something. Remember it being a fairly long part, but I forgot most of it when I woke up. Part 3, Barbie and Ken. Barbie and Ken are making an underground film, and some Puritans are trying to stop them. They make it secretly, hopping from classroom to classroom, borrowing projectors from Sesame Street people and librarians to show the film to others. They argue about the direction of the film at some point, and Ken says something about who Barbie dedicated the film to and if they were just platitudes or she meant it. A librarian looking for the projector finds them in a class. They say they don't have it, but in the room behind them, 40 people are in a room watching the film, so they have to quickly pack it all up to escape. I think the film was about the horrors of war, but it was filmed like it was an episode of Sesame Street.
So it's funny that you bring
This episode is sponsored by the letters P-O-W.
Oh my god. It's funny that you bring up Sailor Moon because like Sailor Moon happens to be like a recurring thing in my dream and I don't know why. I haven't watched that show in a literal decade and it just like I guess it just like sticks in your mind.
Tell Steven about the one where he's drunk. All right.
I
told this one to Mal. I don't know if Steven heard it yet.
I have not heard it.
Okay. Steven and Mal are on an anniversary trip, following some girl making a garbage-eating enzyme that wasn't working. She kept buying garbage off of people to use in experiments and logged it not working anymore on previous garbage it was used on. Steven was drunk and was hilarious to watch. The entire dream was from Mal's point of view. She was journaling everything. Suddenly the dream switched to me. I was in another hotel room, hooking up game consoles by not hooking them up to anything at all and seeing what would happen. I turned on my N64, which was not plugged into anything, and that turned on a TV that both displayed a Game Boy Advance game and a DS Mario game at the same time. I turned on my Super Nintendo, I got Super Ghouls and Ghosts, but every loading screen was an AI art random face transitioning super quickly. As I played the game, glitches started going away, game became normal. Came back as I died in the game, all I can remember.
Jesus.
I think one of my favorite ones is, this is a funny one too. I forgot to set my alarm to get up for a flight. Reese wakes me up asking if I set my alarm for 9. I say I did, but I check my phone and see that it's 9:07. Reese says, see, I told you. Oh, don't check Twitter today, trust me. I ask why while loading it up on my phone. Turns out, some fan got mad that Emil and TRG weren't responding to them, so they implicated us in a Russian war scandal. At least that's what I gleaned from the posts I could see from what Reese started to mention. I started trying to find the original post, but everyone was posting about how mad they were at us, but no one said what we did. Posts that came up also didn't have us tagged on them, so I couldn't find anything about what was going on. My actual alarm woke me up as I was complaining about Twitter doing this. You can see why I've been writing these down now.
So it is cool to write your dreams down because once you actually get in the habit of remembering. Sorry, this is just going to become the Jared episode again. But once you get in the habit, it really they are actually fascinating. But I never remember them, and that means that any time I remember one, it's like a big deal. I actually had one that I remembered the other day. And it was real simple. It was my mom and Reed Young, the person that started Fangamer, his mom, got together and had a lot to talk about, and that was the dream. That was the entirety of the dream. And like I know why that I dreamt that because like I don't feel like dreams mean anything. I don't feel like there's any deeper meaning, but I do feel like it's fun to try and pinpoint where the elements come from. And John, you had told Mal about talking to Reed recently.
Yeah.
And Mal had shared that with me, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. I wonder what Reed's up to. And then that night I had a dream that like Reed's mom and my mom got together and were like, our boys both like Earthbound a lot. And like, that's the dream. I'm like, great.
Yeah, I think
I still can't get over TRG funneling money into a war effort.
Russian war scandal. I think I've been writing down my dreams since May 2021. Oh my god, wow. It's been a while. Yeah, I think I have over like 1,000 different dreams actually written down.
That's nuts, man.
Oh my god.
I was like, I didn't want to do it, but like I said, they were getting so weirdly vivid. Like, one of the first dream that started us off was like, I was cleaning underneath the couch, just like I was like vacuuming like underneath it, and I had my laptop next to me. So I looked at my laptop, and on Discord, for some reason, everyone was calling me Cherry, and I couldn't figure out why. I'm just like, everyone's just like Mal was messaging me, my wife was messaging, they're all just calling me Cherry. I'm like, what? Is that my name? All right, whatever, I guess so. So I just spent the rest of the dream just responding to that while vacuuming underneath the couch.
Dreams are fun, man.
Dreams are
Let me tell
fun,
you.
man. Dreams are weird.
They could show you your greatest desires or your worst horrors. Or just weird shit, I don't know.
Mine's usually just like, I've been in a really big lucid dream lull right now. It's like a really dry spell. I haven't been able to make it happen, but I'm working on that right now, man. It's like I actually went and got for my birthday. I got some little, those little like rubber wristbands that you can get like a MagFest or something like that, like whatever.
Like silly bands?
Yeah,
or no, like the God, I forgot what they were called. They were like the rubber ones.
Yeah, the rubber wristbands,
like a band.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I actually got some custom ones made that say, "Are you dreaming?" on it. So every time that I either look at it or feel it on my wrists, I do a reality check through the day, and that has actually helped me a lot with staying in that mindset. It's been really cool because they don't freaking sell them. They don't sell those types of things. Like I'm like, if you know what, I'm not going to give away that idea. That's a
sell them on your merch store.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm not gonna give that idea. That idea is mine.
It's like ice cream. This is the plot device of Inception, Jared.
Yeah.
That's your token or marker, or whatever they call it. I think it was token.
Yeah.
I think it was token.
I mean, it works though. It absolutely works because whenever I look down, if I look down in my dream at my wrist and I don't see it on me, I'm like, oh wait, I usually have this on.
Totem.
Boom.
Okay,
and you're lucid.
Those always remind me of when Stephen Colbert broke his wrist. He had wrist awareness.
Wrist straw.
Yep. And the idea was that you were supposed to give them to someone who was more famous than you. And I can't remember the actor who was supposed to end up with all of them at the end. I think it was like Matt Damon or something.
Oh man. All right. I think we're getting the lights flashing, the red lights flashing. I guess we gotta start wrapping up.
Dan hasn't used his word yet.
Well, we haven't told him to talk yet.
Yeah, he'll interject.
That's your cue, Dan.
He's got his mic muted.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Hey!
There it is. There's his interjection.
All right. What y'all got going on this week? Tom.
This week. Try this month. I'm still playing through a lot of different games. Pikmin 4, where we're getting pretty close to the end, I believe. I hope. It just seems to keep going on and on. We're playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion, Quagsire Only Run, where every time I catch a Pokemon, it also gives me a Quagsire confused together, and it is like some of the happiest I've been while making content. Like it is like hysterical to see what comes out. I've also been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3, the Adventures of the Metaphysical Tom, where I have I made a Wild Magic Sorcerer. Which wild magic, whenever you cast a leveled spell, there's a chance that'll go off and have some random effect. But I installed a mod that makes it so whenever I cast a leveled spell, it almost always goes off. 95% of the time, or 100% of the time, depending on what I've done. So that's been that. And later this month, September 22nd on Friday at 6 p.m., I'm debuting my VTuber.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Tom Tuber.
My VTuber is coming out. But if you want to get a quick peek of it early on, I'll link this tweet in chat here in a hot minute. But if we can get to a certain amount of likes and retweets, then you get a nice little sneaky peeky at everything below the neck until we reach the next goal, and then you get the face as well. And it's not a Quagsire or Tom face.
Congrats on
Because
losing a
of
dimension, Tom.
Because I've been seeing that everywhere, where it's like, oh man, I hope his VTuber has a Tom face on it, or it's a Quagsire face. No,
Just get an accessory for it. Just get it like a mask you put on or something.
could be. Yeah, I could.
How did you not think of that?
Well, no, I mean, like, it's not a, well, I mean, like, at baseline, it's not that, but, like, I could get a toggle, to have, like, the Tom eyes and the mouth put on there, or, like, a Quagsire face put on there. Anyway, there's the tweet.
I'll make that pop up on screen here now.
Yeah. Right now, you're only getting the lower half.
Look at these pants!
Yep, you get to see my pants and my cloak and my boots. Last time it was feet. This time we've got hands.
Turns out he's not just a lower torso.
When
Are you wearing socks?
Under the boots, probably. Those boots would be horrible without them. When I tweeted the first pic, which was just like the boots and like maybe like the bottom of the cape, one of my friends responded saying, "You're a natural at VTubing. You're showing feet already."
Yeah, you're giving that out for free, man. You gotta.
There you go. Shout out to Chibi Doki. Anyway, that's all I got going on. But yeah, tune in on Friday, September 22nd at 6 p.m. Central for 2D Tom.
2D.
Tutti frutti.
I eat too many beans. I get 2D as well.
Yes.
Don't we all?
My body will look like Steven's leg.
I have to see a doctor. John, do you want to do talking points or do you want me to talk?
I want you to talk. I will do them
want me to
after I've
talk?
set my schedule because I'm just fucking with the order to see who's paying attention.
I'm paying attention. So our schedule now is like, there are so many things because we're still doing breakfast stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. On Tuesday afternoons at 1 p.m., Mao and I have been playing Pikmin 4, which is great. Playing Pikmin 4 co-op is extremely fun because the second player gets a gun, and that's just a lot of enjoyment to just shoot anything that you want.
So it's essentially just like you have man, you have dog, and then you have it's like the duck hunt trio in Smash Bros.
It's really wonderful. It's
Fucking
actually
awesome.
really, really wonderful. And then on Thursdays at 1 p.m., I've been playing Starfield. That's caused a lot of people concern because they're like, Steven, you've already put like 8 years of your life into Bethesda games. What are you doing? And I'm just like,
What's
I got 8 more.
I can't hear you with my fingers in my ears. It's really hard. So yeah, Starfield's great, and I've really been enjoying that. And then Fridays, me and Mao have been doing Zelda at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're doing a lot. Oh, and Mao's streaming too, obviously. It's just 7 p.m. on certain days. It kind of moves around.
Why did you drink soy sauce again?
Because he
Listen,
could.
I don't need a reason. Soy sauce is delicious. I didn't want to waste it. There was some soy. Okay, Mallory had made cookies, and I had been dipping cookies into soy sauce, but there was still some soy sauce left, and I didn't want to waste it, so I just drank it. Hey, Jared, what do you got going on?
Smooth.
Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, drum streams as normal. I've been really focusing in on making the streams like as fun as they possibly can be. Like I've been really stretched out and like stretched thin over the past couple of months, trying to figure out like all this other stuff like short form content, things of that nature. So I'm actually putting a halt on all short form content for my channels for now. And I am literally just working on the YouTube video long form content and Twitch. And this last week, I have been the happiest that I've been in a while streaming. It has been wonderful getting back into it. So the streams have been a madhouse. I've added new alerts. We now have falling metal pipes. Enjoy. So that is the thing. I'm very excited to continue drumming. Friday. Oh no, I'm sorry. Shoot, when is it going to be? Sometime next week. I don't know exactly when yet. Sometime next week, I'm going to be doing a charity stream for Starlight Children's Foundation. They give gaming gaming consoles and stuff like that to kids in children's hospitals. So we're going to be raising money for that. Once again, they're a wonderful charity, and it's my first charity stream that I've done in almost 6 months. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be one of the days next week. I don't know when. Yeah, we have a Lahi alert as well. Now we've added a lot of new crap. But other than that, I mean, yeah, that's about it for me. Just normal drum stuff.
Dan, you go ahead. I got a bunch of stuff we got to go through. So.
Okay. Yeah. I played Starfield. I did a stream whenever the early access first came out. It was super fun. Plan on doing more of that. Yeah, that's basically about it. I've been playing a lot of that game.
It's a good game.
I made a Millennium Falcon.
Nice. Does it? Okay, so like, is there actual dogfighting in the game? Because like, I heard some people complain
Yeah,
about
sure.
the ships. So,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I miss Crimson Skies. So, all right, lot going on for me. Normal stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. I'm live tomorrow. We're just doing a whatever Wednesday, and we're doing a sponsored segment for Dare Drop. They're a group that they help you promote games by just giving you weird challenges. So we're doing like a super fun, silly, like first-person twitchy shooter racing game tomorrow, and I'm kind of pumped for that. Saturday, this is the one I'm the most excited about. I got asked to do sponsored content for the new Bomberman game, Super Bomberman R2. So I'm going to be taking on, I'm doing the 15-on-1 mode, castle mode. So viewers are going to be able to try to destroy my castles and maps when we play some Bomberman on Saturday. But it's going to be Fortune Cookie too. However, there has been a last-minute schedule change. And that's what I wanted to make sure we talked about, and I confirmed with everyone. This Thursday is finally the first bonus stream from Coliseum. It is finally happening, the first Chaos Fortune Cookie bonus stream. Steven will not be joining us, as he will murder me if I try to get him involved.
John, you know I love you.
Yeah, but I also know you're violent. So,
I am.
So it'll be Dan, Tom, and Jared will be joining us for Chaos Fortune Cookie Part 1, Games 1 through 10 on this Thursday. So that'll be the start of that. I'll announce it on the usual places, I'll announce it on TRG accounts, etc. It will be this Thursday, the 14th. Egg is not... Egg is in the list somewhere, but I don't think it's in the top 10.
The top 10? Okay.
Thank God.
Well, I don't mind that game that much. Let me see here.
What time is that, John?
That should be, I think it was 6:30 Mountain Time we agreed on. That sounds right.
Yes.
In my head. So it's around usual disc-only starting time, so a little bit earlier than that. The games you'll be seeing this Thursday are going to be Hitman Season 1, a random game or chaos cookie choice, so just going to roll the cookie and see what happens. Vitamin Connection, super hot for VR, so I better get my VR headset working. Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Lifeline voice action adventure.
Can't wait for us to run around that hallway again and figure out why we can't pick up what we need.
End me.
Talos Principle, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix Plus,
Ooh.
and Hades.
Oh yeah, let's go.
So it's a pretty solid list.
So are you just gonna play the footage of when you played Xenoblade 2 the last time and just put Pyra back?
I just played in reverse.
Yeah.
No, my chat's maybe played a couple more times since, so now I'm like actually in a town now. So we've actually made some semblance of progress in the game.
Doesn't mean we can't put her back.
We'll be doing the other parts later, but to free them from their obligations, the disc-only crew does not have to show up if they don't want to. It may just be my crew, or I'll ask some other people from TRG if they want to join in. So, but just to make sure, because like this is more so my cross to bear, my burden. So.
Yeah, I'm good for the first one for sure.
Sweet.
Same.
I'm sorry about your cross.
I know, it happens all the time. It just gets stuck there. It's real rough.
It's also a bear.
Yeah.
It's just more dog.
It's just more dog.
I can't believe we crucified a bear.
That was my first character in Baldur's Gate was Mordog. He was a druid.
Oh, you actually named him Mordog. Amazing.
Yeah, MORD''AG, Mordog.
See, I would have called that Mordag.
Murdag.
I didn't want it to be obvious that it was Mordog.
I gotcha.
Hello, my name is Murdag.
All right. Talking points for this episode of Disc Only. Boneless sunflower seeds. My stomach hates me. Creep and walk. Stevel. Apple Shack. Hats and other sleds. Don't rest long. Sticky sandal. Walking blocks for bugs. Duff numb. Got any cheese?
Got any cheese?
Socks in the shower.
Oh my God, man.
Charitize. And fever dreams. What a fucking list. What a list, man. I love this podcast
Yeah.
so much.
It gets worse every time. Eventually, it's gonna be like talking points. Humgorsniff, Gleebagooba, Scambro, Dabagring,
Balls.
That's just a Rick and Morty bit, isn't it?
and Fleeb.
And Fleeb. Never forget your Glorpenstein.
Oh,
I will-
and lest we forget Crumply Gurn.
Cheeky Fabby.
Cheeky Fabby.
So
All right.
I will say before we go, I think the list has never been more cursed than the time we had Jules on.
He does have that effect on things, doesn't he?
What if he was watching? He just joined right now. No, he's playing Pokemon Red and Blue right now.
Yeah, he's streaming right now, so. All right. A special thank you to Popsky for our theme song, Prism Shard for our logo, Paper Pennies for the beautiful art in our intro, and of course, our producers, Motion Dan. Are we actually going to be on the first Tuesday of the month this time? I don't think we are, because I think someone's not home.
No, I'm going to be going to Canada at the beginning of October, and we're probably going to come and see you at some point.
That's
So-
true, which means it can't also be the second Tuesday of the month, because I think that's when you're visiting.
Might be the third, honestly. I'm not going to lie.
Do I just do it 2 weeks from now on the 26th of September?
We could.
It
Fuck
better
we could.
be. It better be the third week, because in the fourth week we're getting into extra lifetime, and I'm gonna be like, nah.
You know, like, honestly,
Check
like
this. Well, listen, we'll check our schedules. We'll see what's going on. We'll let you know, because
Yeah.
we are very unsure at this point.
yeah, we are. It's been very busy, and this next month is going to be very busy as well. So
Yeah, so don't be surprised if it's just on like a weird day or just like it's seemingly comes out of nowhere.
we just do it tomorrow.
I mean, to be fair,
Weird
fuck it.
day.
I'm down. Let's go to my normal stream after that. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. At some point, there'll be another episode. I assume. I don't know, based on
The future.
Jared's
some
laughing,
point
makes me
in the
think there might
future.
not be. I don't know. Maybe he knows something I don't.
This is the last disc-only podcast.
We're sorry we had to break it to you this way. We broke it really insensitively. Like, yeah, we'll think about it next time. All right.
Right, well,
I don't remember how your song goes.
Ouch. That hurts. That hurts me emotionally.
That was basically it.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Emotional damage.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh god. Oh boy.
Yeah, right over there, Jared.
The music. It's very dissonant. Very strange.
Okay, but real talk, this entire podcast I drank a Fanta. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh my god, why'd you do that? But it was the last one. I found it in the back of the fridge.
So you went looking for it?
No, I was just looking at what was in the... Like, we've been clearing stuff out of the front, and we got into the back.
Goodbye!